fun, what you're doing to unwind. Leave that in the comments below. If you're watching this live, it's just gone past 6, so put in the comments below live. If you're watching this on the replay, then put in the comments below #replay. And if this is your first content you're seeing on mine, then put in the comments below newbie, just so I know how new you are to my content. And just to let you know, because I'm using Restream, I can't always see the Facebook comments. So I will be looking at my phone just to see if anyone's commented and just to ensure that I stay engaged with my audience. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how to plan your way to success. Now, a lot of my clients have a big issue in terms of being able to set effective goals, be able to stick to a particular plan, be able to think strategically, and be able to reach their goals that they set themselves. So I'm going to be sharing with you my top 8 tips on how you can go about and plan your way to success. So let's dive straight to the content. So many of my clients, as I said before, they often struggle with planning for success. Whether it's being able to have clarity over what are their goals, being able to understand for themselves, what's their passion, what's the end month's dream that they've set for themselves, and then figuring out how is the best way they can go about ensuring that they reach that goal. But the problem is, a lot of times I find a lot of people don't plan for anything. The problem with that is that people who are successful, they plan for success. And the more you plan, the more likely you're going to be successful. The more you have a concrete plan of action where okay, this is what I'm working towards for the next 12 months. I know exactly what resources I'm going to need. I know exactly what kind of challenges I potentially might face, what excuses might come up, whose support I might need, and I know why it's important to me. Because the key thing with goals, if you don't know why it's important for you, then the moment you face a challenge, you're going to give up because you're not going to have that drive that's going to help you push past. So it's like connecting to your big why. Why is your goal that you set for yourself important? So if your goal is to earn 20,000 by the end of the year, why is that important to you? What is that going to bring you? And what will that do for you that the 20 grand doesn't do for you right now? Because when you can start thinking about it, it then gives you a connection to the desire, to your goal, and then it gives you a purpose, and then it gives you a reason to fight for that goal. So, and I tend to find a lot of my clients don't have that big why, or why they want to set the goal. They set goals, but they don't know why it matters to them or why it's important for them. And they don't actually think of, okay, what kind of challenges or excuses that might come up. So the moment they face a hurdle, they give up. And they often feel overwhelmed because they lack this focus. And they feel overwhelmed in the sense that they tend to focus on trying to do, maybe 10 different tasks at once. And the problem with that is you're doing the scattergun approach. And they jump from one task to the other task. They don't actually complete one task to the best of their ability. They rush it, and they end up producing what's not the best quality. And then they move on to the next thing. So they never actually accomplish anything to a good standard. And you want to get this idea of multitasking out of your head, because multitasking is not the way to be successful. Focusing on one thing at a time and doing it well and doing it to your best of your ability, no matter how long it takes you, is the correct strategy. And so I tend to find a lot of times when my clients have these massive to-do lists. And the problem is that this to-do list is normally full of stuff that's not geared around them. It's helping other people, whether it's collecting the groceries for their mother, or whether it's helping their friend run an event. They're doing all this stuff for other people. They don't make time for their own desires, their own dreams. And the problem is they always feel that there's never enough time in the day to get things done. They always have this massive to-do list, they never finish it, and the next day they have an even more bigger to-do list. And they also feel like, well, I don't have the time to do what I want to do. But the problem is that there's always 24 hours in the day for everyone, we all have the same amount of time. And so it's just about being able to manage your time in an efficient way and actually know what it is you're doing every hour, because for a lot of people, the ones who are doing the standard 9 to 5, when they come home, they have at least 7 hours from say 6 o'clock to 1 o'clock which they could use, but instead they don't use that time. They waste it watching TV or just doing nothing that's productive. While the successful people, they will use that time to, work on their second business, bring a second income. So it's about using time efficiently. And I notice a lot of my clients don't use their time in an efficient way. And they struggle with setting and keeping to clear goals. And that tends to lead back to they don't understand their big why. They might set a goal, like I said, of, okay, I want to run my own business. But then when they face that first hurdle, when they struggle to get clients, they give up because they don't have that bigger picture of understanding, okay, well, why is it so important for them to have that business? What's it going to bring them? And what's the end goal for them? And that leads me on to the next point. That's why they struggle to reach their targets, because they don't plan and they don't keep track of their progress. They don't measure their success to know, okay, am I reaching my targets? They're not, putting milestones to say, okay, well, these are different milestones or intervals that will teach me or that will tell me that I'm on my way to reaching my target. So they're not thinking in a strategic way. And that's why a lot of people end up failing, because they don't think in this strategic way that I'm going to tell you now. So I'm now going to give you my 8 winning strategic plan steps that has made a lot of my clients hugely successful. And I'm pretty sure if you implement this strategy in your life, you'll notice a huge upturn in terms of your results you produce and your growth, how organized you are in terms of your time, and how focused you are in terms of knowing what direction you're going in. So let's go into that. But first of all, before we go into the plan, we need to have a vision. So we need to know what is the right vision for our lives and business. And this is where we have to anticipate. So we have to anticipate what's going to happen in the future. What could go wrong? What could distract you? What could stop you? And what could, again, the most important again here is again thinking about what excuses will come up for you. So because we want to start thinking about this stuff, because it is likely that there are going to be times where something might distract you. You might be trying to run a business and then your kid would need some time with you. So that's a distraction. Or something could stop you in the sense that you could get an injury and that puts you out for a couple of months. Or something could go wrong, like you might invest in a business and then it has a bad month and then you lose them and your finances take a hit. So there's all these kind of things that could happen in the future, and we need to envision that these things can happen so that we can then make preparations and actually be ahead of the curve and have contingencies in place to help us get through those situations that might arise. The next bit is organization. So we need to understand what we want and need. So that's what links again. So you need to have a clear understanding of, okay, what is your values? What's important to you in life? And what is your end goal? So for example, you might say, I want to run a business, but what's the reason why you run a business? So it could be, you want to have freedom, and that's your end goal. So the reason why I'm running this business, I want to have financial freedom. So if I give up my business when I find things get hard, I'm not going to get my end goal of financial freedom. So you want to have that kind of, like vision in your head so that you know exactly what it is you're fighting for, what you're working towards, and what's important to you. And then you need to also visualize it. So it's important that you have this visualization. So, have like a vision map where you vision your goals on this map. So you have pictures and slogans or words that, re-emphasize your end goal or your big desire, and you have things that motivate you. And this is what you'll look at every day to also help you vision, yourself having your desires and also manifestation of your desires. So the first thing what you want to do when you want to be having more of a strategic mindset is I want you to write down all your dreams you have for the next 12 months. But don't be afraid to dream big. So the problem with a lot of people is, with all my clients, is they tend to either set goals that are too small, so it doesn't drive them, and it doesn't give them that passion, so they don't feel connected to that desire, or they set targets that are too unrealistic. So they might say, I want £1 million in the next month. Now, if you never earned £1 million, it's going to be very, very hard for you to earn that £1 million in the next month. Now, if you said, I want to earn 10,000, and you've earned 5,000, then it's realistic for you to then earn that 10,000 because you know what it takes to earn 5. So it's not going to be that difficult for you to earn the 10,000. So you want to have realistic dreams. So once you've done that, the next step is you want to write down all the excuses that come up in relation to your dreams. So this will allow you to have the awareness of the excuse that you're going to make for yourself. So these excuses could be, I'm too tired to wake up in the morning, or I don't know how to go about doing my targets, or I don't have resources, or it's not going to work for me, or I'm not good enough, or I'll do it tomorrow. Whatever excuse that you normally come up for you, you want to write this all down so you have the awareness that okay, when an excuse does come up, that's the excuse that I knew that I was going to, I had the awareness of previously that I had insights going to come up. And you can then say, no, I'm not going to have that excuse stop me. I'm actually going to stick to my bigger dreams. So you want to know all the excuses that come up. And there's going to be loads of them, but you need to have the awareness. Number 3 is you want to write down all the objectives that you're going to need to complete in the next 12 months to realize your dream. So this is looking at things like what resources you're going to need, whose help are you going to need, what distractions you need to cut out in order to complete your 12-month goal, what milestones are you going to need to set that allow you to know that you are reaching your target. How are you going to measure your success to know that you are reaching your goal? How are you going to deal with challenges or deal with the excuses that come up? So you want to start thinking about everything you need to do to complete your 12-month goal. Now, this is why I'm doing 12 months, because I'll get onto it, but we want to have like an end of year goal that's going to give us focus for the whole year so that we know exactly what we're working towards. Then number 4, I want you to write down all your reasons to succeed. This is connecting to your big why. So the more reasons you have to succeed, the more of a passion you're going to have behind your big goal. And the more you're going to have that passion that allow you to overcome hurdles or challenges, overcome those days where you just don't feel like you want to get out of bed and do your work, or you don't want to sit down and have to look at your accounts. All those kind of things that are going to be vital if you want to grow your own business or whatever it is that's required for your big desire. You want to start knowing those things, what your big reasons are to succeed, because they are going to be the things that help you stay accountable to yourself, keep you on point, and allow you to push through those hard times. And like I said, it's really connected to your big why, and that's the crucial. What is your big why? Why do you want to do something? What's it going to bring you? What difference it's going to make to your life? So you want to start thinking in that way. Number 5, I want you to write down all the tools you'll need to reach your 12-month goal. So that could be, for example, you might need to create a website if you're running a business. You might need to get a bank loan or a credit card. You might need to get an accountant to help you with your accounts. You might need to cut down your hours at your work to give you more time to focus on your business. So you want to think about all the tools that you're going to need to reach your goal. Whose help you're going to need along the way. Are you going to need like a coach to help you? Are you need someone who's a marketing expert to help you with marketing? You want to think about all these things, because that will then allow you to know that there's so much resources out there for you to help you. And it will allow you to think bigger and start having bigger results. So really start thinking about what tools you need in order to reach your goal. And then the next bit is I want you to create a map of success. So, take down a piece of paper and actually write out your 12-month goal. So what is your overall 12-month objective? And then I want you to then write down intervals. So you have a 3-month interval, 6-month and a 9-month interval. And then in between that, I want you to have 15 key milestones that you need to complete along the way to reach your 12-month goal. And these milestones could be like, okay, well, in 3 months' time, I need to have generated from running the business. I'm keeping it to business-wise. But in 3 months' time, I need to have 10 leads in order to be generated a decent income. Or in 6 months' time, I need to have generated, say, £20,000. So you want to have these milestones. These milestones allow you to basically like climb the ladder and knowing that you are taking step by step towards reaching your 12-month goal. And that's what you need. So those milestones will allow you to be like checkpoints to know, yep, I'm reaching my targets. Number 7 is I want you to create then a declaration for yourself. So this is going to be a promise to yourself that, and the declaration is that from this day forward, you put your name, I promise to live my dreams and take action each day and every day in pursuit of success. So because actions breed success, actions breed results, which brings growth, and which brings success. And you need to commit to taking some kind of action, whether that action could be, reading a different book, if you need to learn about a topic. So I'll again use the business analogy. So if you need to read in sales to improve your sales, it could be you're going to go out there and make 2 new business deals. It could be you're going to, do a click funnel to create a product. Wherever it is, you need to be taking action every day because that will give you momentum. And when you have momentum, you start bringing other things into place. You start attracting and manifesting other successes because once you have that momentum, you go on a roll. So you want to be taking action every day. Number 8, which is kind of what I said before, but you want to have this strategic plan I said to you, put it somewhere in your wall that you can see every day, and make sure in your strategic plan you're as detailed as much as possible. So you want to have monetary requirements in your plan of like things you need to earn to reach your goal, and you want to be specific as much as possible on the 12-month goal. And then at the end of the 9 months, you then want to be able to ask yourself, look, have I done enough to reach my 12-month goal? If not, what do I need to still do? What course of action do I need to take to reach the 12-month goal? And you reach your 12-month goal, then you need to ask yourself, have you done the last 12 months enough, or do you need to repeat it again? Or do you need to set, or have you reached your targets enough to say, I can start a new 12-month goal for the next 12 months? So this 12-month goal will allow you to not only track and measure your progress, because you have different milestones, and you have the different intervals at 3, 6, 9 months, but it will also allow you to, have that vision, have the clarity of knowing exactly what it is you're working towards, know what is your big why and what's your purpose towards your desire, and allow you to have anticipation to know when you're running an excuse, because you'll know you've written down all the excuses that come up for you. You'll know what kind of challenges you might face. You'll know what resources you're going to need or what support, and this is going to really help you to become more strategic. And it's in this is strategic mindset that's going to allow you to really start planning your way to success. And the people, like I said before, the people who have success are the ones who achieve huge successes, and the people who don't plan, they just end up becoming more confused, having more stagnated results, and they don't achieve nothing. And so all of my clients that have implemented these 8 steps have seen tremendous amount of success for themselves. They've gone from achieving okay results to achieving huge results, to the point, I've got some clients who have earned, the businesses have earned, 6 figures. I've got clients who've got Facebook groups with like 15,000 people, they're even huge results. So I would implore you to really implement this strategy in your routine, in your life, and you'll start to see huge results. So if you found tonight's live of huge value, then put in the comments below, top stuff. If you stay to the end and you're an A player and you watch all the way through the video and then you're going to implement what I've said to you in your life straight away, then that's what your A player is. I also want you to tell me one thing you can take away from tonight's live that you can implement in your life straight away. And also, to add you even more extra value, my call to action for you as well is to join my Facebook group. See, I run a Facebook group called the Confidence Building Members Network. And this Facebook group is about supporting business owners, entrepreneurs, and young professionals. And I help them by mastering their confidence, creating a winning mindset, increasing their income, and growing a successful business. And in that group, you'll get support from other like-minded individuals. So you'll have that accountability, you'll have somewhere to bounce ideas from, even do business with, because on every Monday, I do something called Business Mondays, where you can sell your product or services to other people within the group. So you can only do that Monday, and that's a great opportunity for you to create new business relationships, do new business, or even be recommended to someone else. So you have that recommendation from someone in the group of your services to someone else. So it's a great way. And also in the group, I do regular live events every Monday at 7. I do add lots of content videos in there, lots of content posts. I have interviews with other successful coaches or other successful people. There's a chance for you to be interviewed, and there's also a chance for you to share any things that motivate you, inspire you. So it's a really powerful group, and it's a private, exclusive group, so not everyone can join. So definitely join that group, because you'll find a lot of success in there, and I add a lot of value in there, which will really, really help you, and it give you extra accountability and extra valuable resource. And also, if you know any friends or family that could do some, more support around confidence, mindset around business, then definitely I'd encourage you to get them to join, because you'll be adding huge value to their life, and it goes a long way to your karma equator. So I'm going to be doing another live tomorrow I'm going to do another live tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So check it out. Otherwise, have a great evening. Thank you for being on tonight's live, and we'll catch up soon. Take care and bye-bye.